All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in to Wisdom Through the Seasons. My name is Ariel, where we break the stigma of sharing our stories. Okay, so today, I have a very special couple that I'm so excited for y'all to hear, like the wisdom that the jewels that they are about to lay. Okay, so this particular couple is very special to me because I remember when I first came to Dallas, I didn't know nobody. I was new, even though I had family here, but I didn't know anybody. And at the time, my aunt was going to a church, and it was the first time that I'd seen like people my age. I'd never seen like millennials that were literally on fire for God, and it was a small group of individuals that I would see at the time. I was sitting on the other side, and I would be looking at them and I'm like, oh my God, like they are so like God, that's what I'm missing. That's what I want. And I was such a nerd and an introvert, and I was like, but they're so cool. They probably not gonna want to hang with somebody like me. And lo and behold, like the way that God did that was so divine because they literally took me under like their sister, like family, and I really learned a lot from them. So this particular couple was the first couple, millennial couple that I saw. Like, you go to church and you see like the older couples and seasoned saints and all of that, but they were the first example for me that I saw that were married, that had different struggles and challenges, but I watched them over the years grow and develop and break apart, and God mended them back together, and it was so awesome to be able to see that. And since this month is Juneteenth and Father's Day, I wanted to highlight Black couples and Black fathers. I feel like there is such a need, like we need to do more of this. We need to highlight the people that we love and that we respect, because it's such a lost art learning from them. And even that stigma of like, oh, you're young, you don't have any wisdom to share. I am a big believer in there's so much wisdom that you can gain from even a child. So when you've gone through different experiences, that experience produces the wisdom that you need to be able to share. So without further ado, I want to introduce y'all to Randall and Rachel. Y'all say hi to the people. Okay, so before we get started, is there anything that you guys want to share that you want people to know about you if they don't know who you are?
Well, uh, look, man. uh, this thing is easy. It's easy. It's only hard when you make it hard.
Absolutely.
This marriage thing is easy.
Mhm.
It's only hard when you make it hard.
Don't believe in the lie saying like marriage don't work anymore. There's
Yeah.
nobody out there for you. It's a lie if you believe it.
If you
If you
believe
believe
it.
it.
There was a
Oh.
saying when in my elementary school, if you could believe it, you can achieve it. So I believe it, she believe it, and we achieving it.
So okay, so for those who don't know, like for them to, because you have people that say like, oh, y'all young, how is it that you're qualified to say what you're saying? Can you share how long have you guys been married?
We've been married for 12 years. It'll be 13. We'll check my finger. we got tattoos. It'll be 13 years, August 15th.
Yeah.
August 15th. All right. And how did y'all meet?
So we met 2007 at Paul Quinn College. I remember I had just got my hair cut at the Key Station or whatever, and I got back to the school. I was talking to one of my best friends, Chris Pluitt, and I walked in the lobby, and he was down there talking to people. I'm like, who was he talking to? I was supposed, you know what I'm saying? That was my boy since high school. So I'm like, yo, you got to introduce me to everybody that's here, who he's talking to. And I saw her sitting down and, in the lobby. She's sitting on the couch. I was like, yo, I was like, shorty, tall. She's tall, so tally, you know. So, you know, shorty, you know, hey, she got some nice lips, let's be honest. And so, you know, it caught my eye. And he took what I said and went to her and told her a complete lie. You know, he went to her and he was like, hey, yo, my boy like you.
And I said,
Don't
how,
get oh,
oh,
go ahead.
no,
No, go ahead.
Look, I said to Chris Fluid, I said, how can you like somebody that you don't even know? That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
So I knew he was lying.
I found her attractive. You know, she was attractive. She had already like checked one of the boxes before we even met. So she already checked that box. She was attractive. She was tall. I knew she played ball. So I mean, nobody with that type of height don't play ball. So it was already like already in play. The plan was already in play.
Okay. And okay, so Rachel, what was your standpoint? So when that was told to you, what was going through your mind?
Starting from what I said when Chris had came to me and said, I said, like, about to reiterate, I said, how can you like somebody that you don't even know? And that's why I told him. And then he had left. He had left, and then that's when you came through. So that story, I'm just that kind of learned about, like, you know what I'm saying? My standpoint is from I was doing work. And he came with a little Casanova, little, you know, back then they stand up there, put their hands like this, talking to me, you know. And then I'm sitting there like doing my homework. Okay, he came to the couch area. I was like, all right. And he talking, and he started talking about sports. Hey, he got my attention. Oh, what do you do? I in my head, you know what I'm saying? So, and he started talking about basketball. I think it was playoffs going around the time, wasn't it?
Believe so.
Yeah, and then he started talking. I said, I put my little notebook. I closed it, so you got me to close my notebook. You got my undivided attention.
That's it.
So we started talking. That's how I came. So
she had no idea, you know, how nervous I was, and that's the only reason I propped my leg up the way that I did. You know, trying to feel like I'm comfortable, but I really wasn't comfortable. That wasn't me, you know. But I got to run a conversation with this young lady. I got to figure out who she is because I didn't see her here last semester. I need to figure out who this young lady is.
Because I know everybody, and you was a new face. I ain't never seen you.
Shoot.
I get that. Okay, so what was the quality that made y'all say I do?
So I remember we spent so much time together. Now, granted, you know, we didn't do what folk do nowadays. We didn't just jump into a relationship. We didn't just become boyfriend, girlfriend. We didn't do that. We actually courted. 6 months. Actually courted 6 months to get to know each other. And we had great counsel behind us. You know, great people, you know what I'm saying, serving in the ministries that we were a part of. So they actually like led us in a way that we had to actually apply what was being taught. Don't just jump in a relationship. Court this individual. Learn some things about them, because through your whole marriage, it's a learning experience. Every day you're gonna learn something new about your partner. So we courted, man, and from all that courting, you know, we got extremely serious. And with me, I'm a hidden lover boy. So a lot of people they'll think I'm just this mean. I've heard mean, I've heard arrogant, I've heard all that. No, not so. I'm a jokester and I'm a lover boy. That's me. And so I just knew like this is who I wanted to be with. We were in prayer at Breaking of Day Church. We were in prayer. What was it? 5 a.m. prayer. 5 a.m. prayer. Yeah. And you know, I was praying and I dozed off a little bit. But when I dozed off, I had a little dream. You know how you dream as soon as you fall asleep type stuff like that. And she kept going through my mind in prayer. This is not what I was supposed to be thinking about. I was supposed to be praying, you know, but it was a good thing. And it was just everything about her, the quality, everything about this woman was just, it was perfect. It was perfect, in my opinion. In my opinion.
News to you.
It was perfect, right? So it was just, hey, I like it. Yeah. I want to actually experience this for the rest of my life, this individual. I want to experience this for the rest of my life, not just for a period of time. No, I want to experience this type of feeling for the rest of my life. And I was already sold. So
Boy, you better lay it on thick. Lay it on thick for the folks who don't know. Woo! That's some good
Like,
stuff right there.
that for real, man.
You don't, but you don't hear us saying stuff like that. You don't hear a lot of men saying it like that. Like I know that they're out there, but you don't. You got to dig to find them because
yeah,
they're
You gotta
rare.
get a shovel.
yeah.
Yes, you got to dig with a shovel,
You gonna need
but
some
they out there.
machines.
Okay, so Rachel, from your standpoint, what was the quality about Randall that made you say I do?
His selflessness. Oh man, I never said it out loud. His selflessness, he made me feel safe,
Yeah.
and nobody never made me feel safe like that before. Yeah, it's honestly not true. It is.
So silly.
It is. It's his selflessness. He always go out his way, to help. Not just like not it's not a financial situation. Like him just being present, him being there, even though he went through what we went through. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody do the things that he do. Not even my own family. I mean, name it, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And like the reason since you asked me, like, to do this, us to do this, like I always knew, but I never said it out loud. But he know I appreciate him. I say it from time to time, but his selflessness, he's so how he cared about people, how he cared about his family. He always put us first. So yeah, just his selflessness and stuff.
I can definitely say
I got
that
cute sideburns too.
Oh
really
man.
say that's what y'all what I've seen from what I've seen. Randall, you are very selfless. You really
Yeah.
are. Like to see somebody who I remember you being goofy, but when you needed to like be serious, you was that dude. And the one thing that was always clear was that I might be mad at my wife, but you can't be mad at my wife. You can't do jack squat to my wife.
Oh, you're
Okay.
right.
And if we got a tit for tat, we got something going on, we gonna handle it with each other. And
Yeah.
I have to give you props for that because that's something that I've admired. And the fact that even then, not really understanding, everybody was just trying to figure it out. But to see like the foundations of you wanting to make sure that she was protected, even with just the best of what you had. And I'm not talking about like just the material things, but emotionally, I want to protect her in what I got. And I remember that struggle, but I saw that as clear as day. And the fact that Rachel, that you loved Randall, that love was very clear. Like I was able to see that. Like he would make you mad, he would piss you off, you'll be red, flushed in the face. And then maybe the next 20 minutes after you got it out, you be like, baby, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna make you some dinner. I'm gonna cook food, even though I don't feel like it, but you know what I'm gonna do. You piss me off, but I'm gonna do it. And I remembered seeing that, and even now in my own marriage, I don't think I realized it, but those qualities I've utilized in my own marriage now. So like to see like how even years later that foundation is still there and it's still solid. Like I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do that. It's an amazing thing to be able to see the two of you continuing to nourish that and grow that. And I'm glad that you said that, Rachel. I'm glad that you said that. Okay.
One other thing, I had a good role model. Honestly, I can say that I had a good role model, someone who I wanted to emulate. And that's the guy, honest truth. I didn't see it in my own family. I saw it when I was attending Kirkwood Temple. you know, with Dr. Christian.
Yeah.
When I saw how Dr. Christian, how he spoke about his wife, how he loved on his wife, everything, how he moved, everything was just like, yo, I want to grow up to be like that. I was already grown up, but I needed to grow up
Yeah.
and be like, I wanted to be like that. And he was extremely influential, you know what I'm saying, in my walk and in my marriage.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot, you know, with our little Bible studies, but you know, he always went further than Bible study.
Yes.
So he made it personal.
And my example is we call her Mama,
Yeah.
Ellen Famous,
Yes.
Mama Ellen. So I didn't have an example. I didn't. So that was my example. She would wait cater to Pops, Apostle Favors, and like she made sure she, you know, she want to cook it like that, but she made sure she got made him a bacon sandwich. Hey, she got to go to work. She always, before he leaves, say I love to give him a kiss. All right. I was sitting there like we had nowhere to stay. So I was sitting there watch how she moved, just looking at her. Just looking how she moved. Ed, I got your sandwich right here. All right, see you later. He'll walk out with his little bag. Every kid she'll hand it to him some foil with a little bacon sandwich. I'd be like, oh. I'll be sitting there thinking like, oh. I'm just sitting there learning. Man, make a plate. Who won't eat? She made his plate, gave it to him. She was just her submissiveness. Like that she taught me how to be submissive. I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. You know, but that vision of a wife and how submissive she was to Apostle, man, that was my blueprint right there. Still is my blueprint to this day.
Woo. Okay, so that brings me to this next question. Okay, so what advice would you give other couples going through a rough patch?
Stick with it.
Got to. You gotta stick with it. You know, communication is extremely key. And I know it's cliche, but it's extremely key. You have to be as open as possible.
Yeah.
You have to be as honest as possible. That's the only way that you're going to get past your rough patch. Whatever your rough patch is, you got to communicate it. You can't go tit for tat. If this person is angry and whatever the situation may be, you can't get angry. Also, there has to be a balance. If that person is having a problem, you got to create the balance, you know, to make it positive in this situation. You have to. Because if not, then it's just gonna go down the drain. You're gonna start a cycle. And you don't want a cycle. We break cycles. We don't do cycles. No. You have to communicate. You have to be open, and you gotta know how to get past it and through it. Even if you don't know how to get through it, that other person may know how to get through it. Because look, I didn't know how to get through my problems and situations, but this young lady prayed for me. And that's the honest truth. And people that are close to us, we know that, you know, because I didn't know what to do with my life. I didn't. But she knew to continue to pray for me, for my soul, not just for the marriage, but to pray for me as an individual.
Yeah.
And that's everything. That's everything, because once the individual is taken care of, now the couple can be taken care of. So people, you gotta stay a team. Don't ever become individuals. Don't ever become an individual in your marriage and your union. Never.
Yeah, I feel like your singles, I feel like whoever God leads you to, man or woman, but you might find a good thing, take the Lord.
And a great thing.
when you find her, from or him, like you said, just expound on what you were saying. Be open as possible. Childhood trauma. What? Let's have a discussion, me and you.
Yeah.
Before we say I do, or you have past issues, let's talk about it. Because that person should be your best friend.
Yeah.
We best friends. We ain't just husband and wife.
Yeah.
We best friends. It's supposed to be that way. I know everything about him. He might forget a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But as far as I know, we know everything about each other. Childhood traumas, all that. He know everything. I know everything about him, childhood trauma. I know he know all my childhood trauma. Like all of that. But we did it a little different. But for the singles, make sure you do it before you say I do.
Gotta do it.
Lay it out all on the line. You gotta be able to give that person an opportunity to decide. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man. And just don't ever give up in a rough patch. Don't look at that situation. It may be bad. It may be bad right now, but you know the good book taught us that joy comes in the morning.
True.
So let those situations go. Do your best to find solutions. A solution that both of you guys can agree upon, or whatever. You gotta find solutions. Don't just continue to talk about the problem. Let's find a solution in this rough patch. Because if we find a solution, then we good. If we don't find a solution, we're in that cycle.
Yeah.
And again, we don't do cycles.
Straight jewels, just straight jewels. Okay, and actually, Rachel, you actually answered my next question, which was any advice for singles who are looking to be married. Any advice? I feel like I have there are people that I know that and also like in like the culture that we're in, it's either two extremes. You see, you know, it's city girl summer, hot girl summer, city girl season. You know, I don't need a man except for until, you know, I don't need a man unless it's about getting a bag. If you gonna pay for, like, what, you pay your own bills. That's just laziness. That's not even a one up. And then you have, you know, in, you know, church culture, you have, you know, you have to do all of these things in order to, the goal is to get a husband. And if you do all of these things, you know, if you pray this type of way, if you do these type of things, then God gonna send you a husband. And I think that both cultures are literally is at an all-time high, and we're seeing that two different sides of the spectrum. But for singles who literally do love God, but I mean, just being real and being honest, they are struggling. They want to be married. They desire marriage. I remember when we were still at Kirkwood, that type of culture was very huge and prevalent. And like y'all were like the end all be all. Like, see, if it happened for Rachel and Randall, it can happen for everybody. And we're like, you don't know what, do you not see the type of hell that they're going to? What? And that's what you want. So like that culture was so, it was heavy, it was toxic, it was a lot, and it took a lot of deliverance to get out of that. But what would y'all say, speaking to that, for people who are still in that type of mentality? What would you say?
Single people have to know what they want.
Oh yes.
You have to know exactly what you want before you go into it. You have to have, there has to be compromise. Your train of thought should be y'all train of thought. You got to go in with that mindset. It's us, not I. I goes out the door. As a single person, if you want to be in a serious relationship, a relationship that will last, a relationship that's going to last longer than a year. I've seen marriages go a year and they got divorced. I've seen marriages go 2 years and they got divorced. You know, it happens, you know, for some people, but you got to know what you want. You got to know what you want. You got to be serious and you have to be intentional. You can't go in there with that hot girl summer mindset anymore. She ain't never been hot girl summer. Let's just throw that out there right now. I found a woman. I ain't find no girl.
Right.
So, nah. And all that stuff like that, man. You gotta know what you want, man. You gotta know it.
And a part of that, you have to be selfless.
You have
on
to.
both ends. You have to be. It's a lot of selflessness that has to play a part if you want to have that type of relationship that lasts. It can't, like he said, it can't be It's being married. You have to be selfless. You have to.
If it's it's one sided.
Yeah.
You're controlling the relationship.
Yeah.
A marriage is not a dictatorship.
No.
You know?
Nope, it's a partnership.
Yeah. And like he said, just piggybacking off what you said, you have to know what you want.
Yeah.
It's not two lanes, it's one lane. We on the same road. You know what I'm saying? You can't be one track minded, you know. But you have to do that. It's important. It's important. Yeah. And then like hot girl, something, all that stuff. Hey, I ain't judging nobody. Do what you do, mama. If you're the husband like that, do it. I'm saying if you find a man, oh, I like that, because you got some men who want to show their woman off,
Right.
in that type of life. But you got to find a person who like that.
Right.
Know what you want, like he said.
And then like I said before earlier, you got to court.
Yeah.
You got to court. Get to know a person first. Scout them.
Yeah.
Look at tendencies before you jump into that relationship. You have to. Granted, they're not going to show you all their cards. You got tricksters out there. You got people that play games. You got players, as they used to say. You got them out there. Scout. Look at it. See what ticks this person off. See what makes this person laugh. See what makes this person cry. You got to know it before you jump into a serious relationship like that. Yeah. Scout. I don't care how long it takes to scout, because in sports, they scout the other team to get an edge. Yeah. You know, you have to scout. You have to do your research, because it will give you a healthy outcome.
Absolutely. I agree with that. 100%.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Okay. All right, y'all. We gonna take a short break real quick, and then we gonna come right back.
Okay.
Give us 1 second. All right, y'all. We are back with a part 2. Okay, so a whole host of things have been going on, but we're gonna keep this show rolling. Okay, so shifting gears just a little bit. What does being a father mean to you?
Being a father, what does it mean to me? It means being a provider, a protector, you know, making sure that responsibilities are taken care of, making sure your children have the necessities, the physical and the spiritual necessities to go through the life that they will go through, even when they become adults, all the way up from the age that they are now, till they feel like they don't want to use that information anymore. They want to grab it on their own. So, and making sure that the protecting part, as and like animals, a protector, if you got the head alpha or whatever like that, they're gonna make sure that their family is protected, man. Yeah. And I make sure these people are protected. I make sure.
Absolutely.
And I make sure I provide for them 100%. No lack.
Okay. What legacy are you building with your children?
Legacy. So right now, it's about making sure that you're that positive light. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're that positive light, making sure creating wealth, any form of wealth, you know what I'm saying? When we're gone, we want to actually leave something for our children. Yeah. That type of legacy, businesses or whatever, because we have business ideas that we're almost finally, thank God, almost done with college or whatever. And if you know us and you know when we started college, shut up. We still going strong though, but we're almost done, and we want to make sure that we're actually doing something for our children.
Yes.
Making sure that we're doing something for our children, and so that they can do something for their children or their child
generations.
Because they doing, you shouldn't even be thinking about it anyway.
Keep that far from your mind. Keep it far, far away.
And making sure that they're keeping God first, like seriously. Making sure they're keeping God first. Because we can't do anything in life without him actually granting us and saying like, hey, okay, yeah, I will allow you to do that. So making sure that we do what God has told us to do in life.
Because obviously we seeing that not keeping God first ain't working. So that's not working.
Yeah, them jokers out there. I don't know what they doing.
It ain't working. So, okay. So this question, I think, is my favorite question. What stereotype would you say as a Black father is untrue?
Untrue? Again, we're not present. We're not, our marriages won't last. We're going to walk out on family. We're not workers. We don't enjoy working. We don't love providing. All of that is a complete lie. Complete lie. And that we also, that we like to be out in the streets.
Yeah.
Because a father, if you've been that provider and that protector, you're not, all that other stuff is null and void because you're taking care of house. You're taking care of home. You're taking care of people that you met your kids when they came out the womb, you met your wife or your husband or whatever like that. You met them. So you're taking care of new people, new type of people that you never came in contact with. So, you know, that all that stuff is a lie, man. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's what you believe in. If you believe in the lie, then believe in the lie. I'd rather you not. Believe in whatever your truth is. If you grew up a certain type of way, use that right there to be something better. Be better. And that's the thing, you know. If you want, they say like, hey, we all black men out there, they slanging dope in the hood. I ain't never slanged dope a day in my life. They say I dress like it out here, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I make sure that these people are taken care of, man. That's my responsibility. That's my job, to make sure that the people that are in this house, they're well taken care of, that they never have to want for anything. If they want it, I ain't got it, I'm gonna go get it. Believe it. I'm gonna go get it. Whatever it is. I make my kids earn their money. Truth be told. I make them earn everything that they want. You gotta earn this. You want some candy? You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
You gotta go, hey, clean up the right way. You gotta earn everything that you want in life. Earn it. Those things like that, man, them stigmas that people have when it comes to black men is it's what other people told them. But it's what, like I said before, it's what you believe in, man. I didn't believe in none of those things. I never thought that I was gonna be in the hood for the rest of my life. Truth be told, I never thought that. Even when I was younger, I saw my life and I said, I don't want to live like this. We went like plenty of nights. Me and my brother and my sister, we went plenty of nights without eating, yo. And that's the guy on the street. We went plenty of nights, and I just knew that was never gonna be like how I was gonna be when I grow up. I knew that wasn't gonna be the thing, and I knew I wasn't gonna raise my children that way.
Yeah.
I was gonna make sure that they had everything that they needed, clothes, shoes, all that stuff like that. I knew I was gonna take care of them. I didn't know who they were gonna be, but I knew I made sure that, hey, you would never experience what I experienced. You would never experience what I experienced, and you would not believe in what society is telling you.
Don't believe in the lie, man. The fun thing was, he knows this. I didn't think I was gonna get married. I believed when I was younger in those lies because of how I was raised. Like the man cheating on, my sister's dad. They see it's the truth, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But tell truth, shame devil. But yeah, I seen that. I believed in it, and he'll know. Like, I didn't think I didn't want no kids. I saw it with my mama. My mama got drugged through the ringer.
Yeah.
She got drugged through the ringer. I can't say that she loved. She loved hard, and seeing her get all her love, you know what I'm saying, and still get treated bad. I was like, nah, I was gonna be like Nanny. He'll tell you. I was gonna be my name like, hey, I'm gonna be that auntie. You want some money? Okay, I got you. I'm about to go travel. Get my little, cocktails. That's what I pictured before I met God. I met him, but it took somebody like this dude right here to change my mind. God sent him for me. He forgot, allowed him to find me. Thank God, he changed my mind.
Yeah.
He did, cause that's how I saw my life. I wasn't finna be like that. Nah, I'm finna go to college. I'm finna get my degree. I'm finna be like Nanny. Like that's how I was. No, but yeah, God used that man. I can't lie to you. But I used to believe in that though. Yeah, I did.
Like that Lil Duval, when he black men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? That's a stigma that people have, that's all they do. But we see them in the actual relationships. Like, hey, I can't believe it. It's rare. It's almost shocking when a marriage make it. Yeah. It's shocking. That should not be shocking. It should be shocking that they got a divorce or that they split. That should be shocking. Nowadays they be like, oh, okay, well, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna get divorced. I knew that.
Right.
Nah, it should be reversed, man. You shouldn't even think about I don't believe in divorce. She don't believe in divorce, but divorce is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's the thing. So, but those type of stigmas, man, really put a stain on our communities or whatever, because there are people out there that actually believe in what people are telling them, that what social media is telling them, stuff like that. They actually believe in it. Believe in it, you're gonna walk in it, man. You're gonna walk in it if you believe it like that. I don't believe
That
in
is
none
so
of them
true.
things that they say about the black man, except that he a hard working man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
I always been a hard working man. Always, always, always.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
care where I worked at. I worked at Taco Cabana. I was back there putting them tortillas on that dang on presser. I'm going. I'm going.
These gonna be the best tortillas that you get.
Hey,
Okay, you
hey.
gonna remember.
Man.
But you know what, that honestly, that speaks to, I think that speaks to, though it's rare that we don't see a lot of you know uh marriages being celebrated the way that they should.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the fact that it's said that it seems like it's rare, but like the more that we talk, the more that we actually know, like, oh no, this couple is still together, that couple is still together. Like, there are still couples that are, committing to being, married, committed to their spouses, committed to being fathers. And as, like, I know certain statistics are saying, like, millennials, we are the as far as like getting married and having children, the idea of that with millennials is dropping. We are at supposed to be like at an all-time low. but but then again, I read another statistic that says that marriage with millennials is on the rise. So it's like, which one is it? Which one is it? Is
Mhm.
we on the low end or is we on the high end? But to see, like, I think what makes it so special is that our generation is committed to being honest and to doing the work. And I think that with Instagram and Twitter, all of those different type of platforms and social platforms is trying to put this idea that, like I was saying earlier, like it's city girl summer, it's hot girl summer, it's all of these different type of summers. And then when it's cold, y'all don't know how to have conversations with somebody. You don't know how to say, hey, I need you. You don't know how to do any of those things because you're so conditioned to, well, I don't need nobody. And
Mhm.
it gets to the point where it's so sad that we've kind of lost that, I call it the art of, you know being open and being vulnerable. We've lost that ability to be able to do that. So
Yeah.
that was really spot on, that if we make a point to be dedicated to change our minds and to change how we think, then I think we would see more publications of what we already know to be true. Okay, so last question. Okay, any advice for fathers who never had male figures in their lives?
They didn't have any male figures in their lives.
So, like, for um for some men who want to be present, who are committed to being dads, who are committed to being husbands, but they've never seen that example model to them.
Yeah.
And typically when you don't see something that's positive, nine times out of ten, you're not going to go that route. And
Right.
that's also something that in our community that we see a lot. A lot of single parent homes, and different grandparents is raising grandchildren instead of
Mm-hmm.
two parent homes. So I remember, earlier you were speaking of that. So to your success, what advice would you give to dads, and to, or men who want to do that, but they never saw that model to them?
I would say be the best version.
Mhm.
Be the best version of what type of man uh or father you would want to be. You know what I'm saying? Uh, cause like I said earlier, I had I looked up to my uncle. He never knew that I was looking up to him the whole time. He never knew it. He never knew it. I watched the way he raised his children, and I wanted to raise my children like that. I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, that type of father. His kids were well educated, you know, they were smart, they spoke well, they had respect, things like that. But if they do not have a male figure, or they didn't grow up around a father figure type of person, then try to be the best version of the person who you yourself would want to be.
Yeah.
If you know that you will want to be a good father, be the best version. Yeah, it's gonna have some. There are gonna be some wrinkles, but when those wrinkles, when you see those wrinkles and experience those wrinkles, they get ironed out. Cap, take that right there and keep building on that. You have to build on the success, the good parts that happen. When you grab your negative, use those negatives to know, hey, you won't experience this negative thing again. You have to. You have to use those, both those good and those bads, to get that positive outcome. You'll have to. You'll have to. Uh like I didn't I had my uncle, but I didn't have somebody to just sit down and talk to me, you know, about being how to be a father, how to be a husband, you know, how to be a man. I didn't have that, you know. Uh I didn't get that until I got to Kirkwood and I met Pops. I called Pops at Praise Fellowship Church. It was like one of the weirdest things I've ever experienced, you know, because he loved, and he loved for real.
Yeah.
I didn't like to show love because it made me feel weak and vulnerable, like things like that. But he actually showed real, genuine love. Um, was what when I met Pops,
Right, 19.
19,
Yeah.
1920. You know, I'm already an adult, but the way he showed love, you know, he gave me a hug. I was like, yo, that's weird. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't know dad show love, because I didn't see that type of stuff like that. I didn't see that, but I used that and I capitalized on that. I seen Dr. Christian do it with Jerry on. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it with little Jerry Christian Jr., but I saw it with Jerry on. I saw those things and I just sat there and I watched men. And you know, as I got older, and I picked what who I wanted to be, what type of man I wanted to be. Let me use that quality right there. Let me use that quality, and I want to be the best version of who these people need, who they need,
Good.
and who they would want.
Mhm.
You know, they if they want a good father, they're gonna get this good father. They need a good father. They gonna get that guaranteed.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna
That's
get it,
good.
man. But you gotta focus on something. You gotta have a ideal. You have to have an idea of what type of good person you will want to be, and use those things right there, man. And I truly believe that you'll have a positive outcome. You'll be that man. You'll be that father.
Thank you for sharing it, because that that's some really good tangible advice, because a lot of times when you don't see something modeled to you, that's typically like the excuse that we like to use. Well, I didn't have that growing up. I didn't see
Yeah.
Mhm.
it growing up. That's the
Oh
excuse that we
boy.
like to escape with. But to even stewarding, just seeing, men with good qualities, and the fact that you were able to see that and say, you know what, I want to learn that quality, I want to be that. And then, you take all of those things that you learn, and then apply it in a way that was tangible for you, to be able to, bridge the gap within yourself, and produce this amazing family. I think a lot of times we downplay, or maybe not realize, that sometimes it's just doing the simple things, watching people that you admire, asking if there's somebody that is around you. Don't be so like, on code that you feel like you can't go up to another
Mhm.
man and say, hey, I need advice. No, you need advice.
Thank
We
you.
we do it as women
Thank
all the
you.
time. I need advice. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like like that's something that I think as women we naturally have that ability.
Yeah.
So as speaking for men, if you are struggling and you need to have that, and you see somebody around you, ask for help. It shows, it takes more courage and more strength to be able to ask for what it is that you need. That doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you less than. That's paving a
That's
way
a big one.
for your children or for your wife, for your family, because you're committed to bettering yourself. So last thing, as you do this one more time, can you let us go in prayer?
All righty. Almighty God, our strength and our Redeemer, we thank you for today, oh God. God, we thank you for this platform, oh God. God, we thank you for allowing your uh gifts, your love to be shown on today, oh God. God, we thank you for everything that you allowed us to go through in life and that made us better. God, we thank you for continuing to cover marriages across the world, oh God. God, we thank you for the unity and unions. God, continue to cover us under your blood and with your blood, oh God. Thank you for Miss Ariel, oh God. I ask a special blessing over her life. The sacrifice, oh God. God, I thank you for the sacrifice that she have made to get your word out, oh God. Your truth out, oh God. Your gifts. Lord, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you more than more than ever, oh God. We thank you. We bless your most holy name. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Um, where can they reach out to y'all if they have like questions or like prayer concerns? Where can they reach y'all at?
So they can reach us on Facebook, through hit us up through Messenger, man. Like, hey, I watched this and I just got a couple questions, a few questions. I don't care how many questions you got. Honestly, I have nothing but time.
You are very
So
patient. You are very
uh
patient.
I have nothing but time, man. And truth be told, I'm as honest, I'm honest with you. All I would hope is that people continue to be honest with us so that we can all grow together. And we are part of a different ministry, Salt Radio Network. Y'all can look it up, man. Not trying to, promote or
No,
anything
put
like
that out
that, but
there.
we're
Put that
a
out there.
part of Salt Radio Network, man. So that servants altering lives through truth. That's what we are. You know, uh broad is, young adults that's hungry, man. That's hungry for the Lord. And we are different. We're not religious, but we are believers or
Yeah.
whatever. So
And uh this is what we do. It's not just
yeah.
one-sided. For the young women, well, this is what we prefer together. We would like for the dudes to contact, my husband. Per request is what we want, and it's respect,
Fellas.
fellas for him, and women you can come to me. So, well, yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I will put all of their information in the description so that y'all please reach out to them. They really are people that mean what they say. They are not the type to just like, oh, okay, they're not the type that won't hold on or come through on their promises. They really are about that life. Like they are legit. So like if y'all need prayer, when I say that this is the couple that's gonna pray y'all down, they're gonna pray y'all down. If you need advice, now listen, don't come to them, okay, and ask for advice if you don't want the truth, because they're gonna give it to you. Now, if you come to them for advice and then it's not what you want to hear and you come out pissed, you need to take that on to the Lord. But literally, if you need advice, you need sound advice, they will be the ones to give it to you. They are not biased. So I really appreciate the light that the two of you carry, the fact that y'all have always stayed honest, you've always stayed solid. I appreciate the two of y'all, and I love y'all so much. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I love you too. I appreciate you.
Yes, try not to cry. Okay, so if y'all need to or would like to reach out to me, you can definitely do that. You can check out my website, teatimewithnana.com. And until next week, we will meet again. I will see y'all again later. Bye. Y'all got something else?
No.